I'm here with Brittany Gossin, and she's just been tanned. I'm just bombarding on everybody's tan time, and I love that. But you look fabulous, and you look even more fabulous tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
thank you. When my hair isn't so crazy.
You mean that's the do. I'm trying to get mine like that. What are you saying?
Oh goodness, I don't know.
Well, you had to do that so it didn't get tanned. I mean,
yes, that's
you
true.
want your body
yes.
tan, not the hair tan. So there's a reason for the madness.
Yes.
So, how did you come about doing a bodybuilding show in the middle of a pandemic, and more importantly, how did you do that?
Well, I started prepping in January because my initial plan was to compete at the Catonsville Conquer in May. But obviously the pandemic happened. So then we were thinking about pushing it to June. But then June got canceled, and then we were going to do July, and then July got canceled. So, in this last ditch effort to make it worth it, we said, okay, well, if Kenilworth doesn't happen, then I guess it's just not my year. Okay. So it was an 8-month prep, basically. And I ended up buying gym equipment from Walmart. My husband built me a squat rack with 2x4s and 5-gallon buckets and cement.
Good hubby.
Very good hubby. The best. Literally the best. And and then friends of mine had an Olympic bar that they told me I could use because they all know that I'm doing this. So, I mean, it really was kind of a team effort, and then my husband would exercise with me in the mornings to because it's you're home and you don't feel like doing anything. And we have 2 small children on top of homeschooling them, a teacher. So I also had to teach. So, I mean, it was just it was very busy. It was very busy. But if I didn't have the home gym, I wouldn't have been able to do any of it because I didn't go to a gym at all.
Wow, you never thought that you would be home, right? And still feeling like you're more busy than you are when
right.
you went to work.
Yes. Yes. Infinitely. Yes.
You're like, how could this happen, right? But it does. It's like, wait a minute, I'm home and I'm working harder. How is that possible?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So what has this pandemic, and especially training for a bodybuilding show, taught you about yourself? What did you learn?
I think I learned that if I didn't have a goal, I would have gained the quarantine 15. That and also just that it showed me how much I did want this, because if I really didn't want to do it as badly as I did, then I would have just thrown in the towel.
Yeah, you had a good excuse, a pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of them, it just showed me that, this isn't just a hobby that I just feel like doing on occasion. This is something that I'm really passionate about and that I really enjoy doing. So I'm going to find a way, and it also showed me what a good support system I have, because if it wasn't for my husband, I wouldn't have been able to do mostly any of it. So, I'm lucky. It. Yeah.
So I guess he falls into the realm of what you learned about other people.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely learned just how far, my friends and family are willing to go to help me with this crazy endeavor of mine. It really is. It's a family affair. The food and the lifting, and I mean, it really affects the whole family, not just you.
It's a team sport.
It is.
Whether they want to be or not.
It's an individual team sport. So, yes. Very much so.
So you've tanned, so I know you must feel like you're getting closer to it. You're getting closer. It's going to happen. You're going to be on stage tomorrow. So how pumped are you to be on stage finally after all the delays?
I'm super pumped. I'm finally excited. I mean, it's hard to get your hopes up because it's oh my gosh, what if this gets canceled too? I'm not gonna put too much stock in it. And then, but now that I'm here and with my best friend, she's competing tomorrow also.
Who's that?
Erin Gibbs.
Okay.
I actually think you're talking to her next.
Awesome. Okay, so we better not run over time because then she'll be like, listen, you're cutting into my minutes.
I can just pass the phone. She's laying on the other bed.
That works for me. Do you guys want a twofer?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, she can come in. And but yeah, like but yeah, so it's just finally like we're here, like it actually happened. Like it's nice to see, you know, like all my hard work is finally coming together.
That's awesome. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Well, what are the odds of you being right there?
I know.
That's pretty cool. I love this segue.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
that's a good thing about being best friends.
Right.
Oh, so were you training together?
Yeah, for the first month in May, when we got back into like prep again, we trained together. And then I don't have kids, so I was able to go to the gyms in Delaware because their gyms were open. So I had to cross a bridge every single day to go to a gym, drive 30 minutes there, 30 minutes home. But that was my commitment. I wanted this. I worked hard.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Erin Gibbs who has joined us. I just wanted to say her name. This is so cool. You know what? Who is that person that's sitting over the side there that was making you chuckle?
That's my husband.
Hello, husband. What do they call you?
My name's Matt.
Hi, it's so nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too.
Thank you for being her support system.
You know what? I couldn't be anywhere else or do it any other way.
You are amazing. That is so cool. I saw her pan by you really quickly. I'm like, okay, we got to go back. All right, Erin, so back to you.
Yes.
All right, so you have to answer the same crazy questions.
Okay.
All right, so my first question, of course, is what did you learn about yourself during this pandemic and training?
I learned that like I got to a low point in this part because like my body stalled actually while working, and it really like oh yeah, it was probably so this is my debut. This is my first show. This is my first time.
So crazy
during a pandemic.
Yes.
Her first show during a pandemic.
Okay. So like I had to persevere through some like really mental, you know, hard stuff because especially with the body stalling and like, you know, and no gyms being open at first and then like, you know, going to the gym and like, you know, driving that distance is hard. But I learned that like when I really want something, I will do whatever it takes to get it. And that I can push through.
I'm proud of you. And what did you learn about other people during this?
Especially those around me, I learned that like they're there for me. Like they supported me. They were 100% on board. They wanted whatever I wanted. They were going to support me 100%. If they were like, if you want to forego this season, we understand. But if you want to do it, we're there with you.
Wow.
You know, especially my boyfriend. He was so instrumental in making like, you know, sometimes he was like, he kept me level, and sometimes he was my like, you know, my crying board, and he was like the shoulder I could cry on, or he was my setting board. And like, I don't know, if I didn't have him, I don't know if I would be sitting right here today.
And what's his name?
His name is David. He went out to dinner, or else I would show you him. But he went out to dinner because he can eat real food.
Yes, right? You remember that? Okay, can you group the two of you together?
Sure.
So, what are we eating tomorrow?
Oh my God.
Should I bring one over?
Oh yes. Wait till you see what she made. Oh my goodness. Wait till you see what she made. Do you see? It's like basically the size of my head.
How huge is that?
It's enormous.
It's enormous.
Is it real?
Oreo?
Look, it's up next to my head. It's like basically like the size of my head. Yeah. Yes.
So it's an Oreo cookie dough, a Reese's cup, and then brownie batter topped with chocolate and peanut butter.
Wow. That's
and it's called a slutty brownie. That is its
Hello, and you're going to be with her tomorrow. Or yes, she's going to be with you for about what, a good 3.2 seconds?
2 seconds. Oh,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah, I made enough for some of the girls backstage because I love to bake.
That is so nice.
I wanted to make some, and I ordered these, and they weren't supposed to be that big. I didn't realize that the cupcakes.
Come find us. You can have one.
Absolutely.
No, I don't need to do that. No, I'm going down. But thank you. I appreciate the offer. That is so
that
cool
is
of you.
our first meal post-show.
All right, so this is your debut. So I have to tell you what we tell anybody who's debuting. When you're on that stage, it's your time. So you own that stage. Do you hear me? It's yours. For that 2 minutes, You own that stage.
Yeah.
And most importantly, for both of you, have fun while you're doing it. Yes, you're going to be a little nervous. You might be a little scared. But if you can chuckle in your own head, you'll have a great time out there.
Right. Yep, for sure.
Ladies, is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Anything else you'd like to share?
No, I mean, just that, I mean, we're both teachers. And, you know, we were initially prepping through the school year, you know, with like going down into the weight room during our lunches, you know, like, you know, so like, something that I wish somebody had told me is that if this is something that you want to do, there's always a way to do it. You know what I mean? Like if this is something that you really want, there's a way to get it done.
Okay. Well, clearly no one had to tell you that because you did it anyway.
Yeah.
For me, I think like what I really enjoyed about this is like we were really close before because she's always been one of my best friends, but I really feel like this pandemic and this experience going through this has actually made us closer because like we had to go through the same struggles, not just bodybuilding, but getting through this pandemic together.
There was a shortage of chicken. How are you going to have a shortage of chicken in the middle of a bodybuilding?
And like, you know, to the point where like we would call each other and be like, if you need me to go to my shop right and get meat for you, I will.
Had to swap out. Isn't it crazy? Like, what do you mean? First off, what is the deal with the toilet paper? Can someone explain that to me?
Who needs that much toilet paper?
Listen,
like, come on.
I know you guys don't need to hear this, but when they said get your essentials, I went to the liquor store.
Yeah.
I was like, and everybody else was running to the grocery store. I'm like, where are they going?
Essentials. My first essentials was like, I need ground turkey. I need
yes.
chicken. I need my prep stuff.
Yes, well, clearly we all don't have the same essentials. I'm just saying. But I was like,
your essential will be my essential starting tomorrow.
If I wasn't things would be different on that list.
Yes, I seriously had to like stop and think, you know, because I was like, as soon as they said they're going to close the stores and they're going to limit stuff, I went immediately to the liquor store, and then everybody else was going to the grocery store, and I'm like, oh, where are they going?
Right. Yeah. That's too funny.
All right, ladies. Well, I can't wait to meet you tomorrow in person.
Yes.
I thank you so much for your time and for doing this. Try to get some rest.
Yes.
And try not to sweat the tan off. Be careful.
Yes.
Be careful. And
right.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.